let's go invincible. So
The thing with Premier League, anybody able beat anybody.
The reality, it's not just subjective. Women are like the Southgate of Netherlands.
I want me.
hello and welcome to another episode of Half Space, powered by Maxbox Media. I'm Joe, your host for today. We've been on a break and we're happy to be back. And yeah, let's get into it. Today with me, I've got Issa and Kami. Guys, how have you been and how was your break? I'll start with you, Kami.
My break was pretty good. My break was very, very good. But Madrid point of view, ups and downs, Barca beats 3-5-2, this, that.
How was the dirty December?
It'll be okay.
You had it.
They give me dirty beats. It was dirty for Exactly. But yeah, we're back. Happy to be back.
All right. And Issa, you, how have you been?
Normal. Just another month. Doing normal things.
I see West Ham, you guys have gone through a managerial change and...
It's just smart management, Do the simple things. If you are playing against a very fast side in transition, then don't play high line. As simple as that. You are playing against Villa, they try to hit you on the break. So if you are using 3 at the back, then don't play high line. But former manager uses 4 at the back, then the 2 wing backs are basically wingers. Then you have another slow centre back in Mavropanos, trying to catch up with Duran or Watson or Rogers or Bailey. It's just borderline idiocy.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Borderline idiocy.
Yeah. We'll get it.
Now we are back. The what's it called?
The break?
The block. I call this block?
Low block.
Low block is back. The low block. The low block.
How they call this block?
Yeah, that block.
All right. Well, we'll get into the Premier League later, but to get started, the Champions League group stage just concluded. I think we're recording this on a Friday, finished on Wednesday, and the draw just came out. And before we get into the draw, I'd like to get your thoughts on the group stage. What are your key takeaways from the group stage that just finished, especially in reference to Madrid? Obviously, you guys almost missed out on the playoffs.
No.
Well, they were shaky.
I feel like
you guys had a shaky.
True.
You guys had a shaky.
They missed out on the top
group
8.
stage.
Yeah,
missed out on the top 8. So, what are your initial thoughts on? What are your thoughts on the group stage? How it panned out, and your thoughts on the playoff draw that just happened today?
So my only thought on the league phase, Man City, almost crashed out. It could have been, bad for a club like Man City to not play in the KO stage of the UEFA Champions League. But then they found a way to come back. I remember the last day, all 18 teams.
Against whom? Bruges?
Yeah.
Was it Club Bruges?
Exactly.
Yes. Club.
All 18 teams were playing at the same time. They went down, came up. It was pretty entertaining. It was peak football. Also, Real Madrid, we missed out on the top 8 mainly because our earlier games were bad, just bad. I think we had the same point as the eighth team, but the goal difference, we could not make it. But we'll see. For the playoffs, for now, so this new format is a bit confusing. Hopefully, we'll try to do an explanation with the graphic on screen and everything. But for the league phase, I think Real Madrid faces Man City, the 2 teams that I just talked about, and it's for the 4th year in a row, which I personally think UEFA are just going for the most entertaining game at this point, right? I think this is the best time for any team to face Man City.
So do you think you guys have a chance against them? Do you
I
think
think
you
we have
guys
a
will
chance.
win? You obviously
have a chance
have a chance against
against anybody.
anyone. Do you
Exactly.
think you guys will win the match?
Yes, it's a two-leg tie, and we play the second leg at home, which is advantageous, which is good, obviously.
It really is not. It was when you had away goals, but now.
Yeah, but
it's
I'm not talking about the away goals. I'm talking about we can play the first game strongest, and also, and
yeah.
then we still have something to fall back on.
Yeah,
we have our
because
fans.
at that time, if you go away first leg, you get a goal, then it works in your favor.
That's true.
Now, really,
I mean, it was the same thing that happened in 2022. We went to Etihad and lost 4-3.
yeah, obviously.
I mean, like,
that's
home
why,
support
for
helps
me
at the end of the
personally,
day.
I think they should have kept in
The
away goals.
Yeah, it
Probably,
brings
yeah.
a certain,
The jeopardy.
you know,
Respect
dimension.
for home games.
Because
Like, you take your home
yes,
games more
more
seriously.
seriously, yes.
Yeah. Now it's more like-
it puts a stronger value on having
Now it's just having
home
fans at home.
advantage.
home advantage base. It's like with other sports that have 7-game series, you want to have
The final
home court
game.
advantage. So you take
Your
group
home
stage
games.
matches seriously.
Seriously.
For example, now with this league
So,
format,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want it to be a bit more competitive.
No, I feel that's the way it is. I think we're playing home because we're higher standing.
yeah. So
than
just imagine if
PSG.
away goals were involved.
It would have
Then
been
teams would
way more
take,
interesting,
you know,
yeah.
seedings,
Okay.
yeah, a bit more seriously.
But then, yeah, I'm hopeful. Mbappe is coming to form. You guys were right. He's not shit. He's not bad. He's coming to. He's the Mbappe we know.
We've been new. Yeah.
Vinny will be Vinny. Like, this is his time of the season, the second half of the season. Knockout, we know that. Rodrigo
Okay.
coming to form. Jude is there. My only fear is Carlo. Like, there are teams. You guys from the outside look at our team and you say everybody is good. Everybody can play anywhere. But knowing our team, there are certain things he does just should not be done. Chouameni cannot play centre back. He has been bad every single game.
Isn't that a situational thing though, with your centre backs missing? Or
Yes,
would
we
you-
They are
have
always
Asensio.
injured.
Almost
They
all.
are always injured.
We have a new centre back from the academy, Asensio. He has been so impressive. But you guys know Ancelotti. He trusts experience more than youth any day. Any day. But yeah, we'll face Man City and we'll see what happens. But I think
Will
we'll win.
Militao and Alaba be available?
Militao has an ACL again.
Season.
Alaba is back, but just back from ACL, but he's just being match fit.
So what are you guys doing with?
Well,
ACL?
before.
Exactly. I don't know the deal signed with ACL.
All right. Well, I've gotten your take. Well, before I get on to you, Issa, I'd just like to read out the playoff fixtures. We've got Brest against PSG, Club Brugge against Atalanta, City, Madrid, Juventus versus PSV, Monaco, Benfica, Sporting Dortmund, Celtic, Bayern, Feyenoord, AC Milan. Celtic, Bayern.
I think of all the teams.
Wait, why are you looking at him and telling him Celtic
no,
Bayern?
of all the
He's a
teams,
Bayern fan.
of all the teams
You need shit,
in the league phase, I started supporting Bayern before any other team.
Before West Ham. Okay.
Before
go
any
on,
other, not even West Ham. Before any other
Okay,
team.
go on. Of all the teams in the league phase.
Yeah, I think Bayern got the most favorable draw. Not just for this round, but also for the next round.
Okay.
Because next round you are looking at Atletico Madrid and
Bayer
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Yeah.
One of the two.
But
It's favorable.
Bayer Leverkusen won the league over Bayern last
Forget,
season.
that was last season.
And they lost against Bayer Leverkusen last season again, I'm sure.
That was last season. Leverkusen will definitely
Well,
not knock out.
Let me see.
Munich.
But yeah, it's
The
it's
thing
a
for
good-
me is it comes back to this whole thing with Potter. So with Jello, Lopetegui, and that's the same thing with
Lopetegui, Giro.
Company. So when Company was at Burnley, and this is what I hate about certain aspects of modern football, they relegated because he wanted them to play
A
his.
certain type of way. Yes.
And when it comes to sports, it's about results.
And put
You have to adapt. I don't care about.
yeah, that's my problem because
At the end of
modern
the day-
coaches, they're putting their ideals above the
It's
club's
not more
needs.
than coaches. It's just a small. It's a social media thing, honestly,
Pepification
which
of
is far away
football.
from reality.
That is what I'm saying.
Let's take Pep for example. Pep did not win the Champions League since when? 2010.
Since he was at Barca.
Yeah, that was 2010
Yes.
against Man United.
Yes.
He struggled at Bayern. Always got his tactics right wrong. Against Barca, got it totally wrong. I think for his whole period in Bayern, his last Champions League game against Atletico Madrid, second leg, he got it right. But Bayern were unlucky because he messed up the first leg already. And Pep usually messes up his first
Too
leg.
much tinkering.
Yes. So when he played Atletico Madrid at City, that was 2 years ago when they won the
Yes.
quadruple. he messed it up as in. He went low block, tactical fouls, time wasting, every single play out of the
even
evil
the loss
playbook.
against Chelsea in the final.
So he did that against Atletico Madrid. It was successful. They won. And that is what coaching is about. You have to do
What's necessary
what
in the
you
moment.
have to do to win. So it really annoys me that, everyone, and that's the same nonsense J-Lo was doing at West Ham. And now company is doing the same at Bayern. He'll probably win the league because,
To force a playing
because
style.
the other teams, are struggling and blah, blah, blah. But that's why I said Bayern are probably the luckiest team. How many games Bayern should have won in the Champions League?
Bayern.
They lost just because he wanted to play a certain way. I don't
They'll
get
be knocked out eventually.
you having no. We might be knocked out, but when we meet Arsenal in the quarterfinals, that's Arsenal. Or when
Take
in the
it easy, take it
semi-finals.
easy. No,
I'm just saying
Atletico
because
Madrid
Arteta
yeah.
is probably going to do the same. He's probably going to overthink. Last year he played right into Bayern's
So,
hand.
yes, too sure.
Do we know
Simple
if
game to
Arsenal
win.
will make it out?
No, they will. They'll be fine. But
the
the point here is, it annoys me so much. And now he's making claims that the Bayern squad is not good enough and blah blah blah. You put that squad on. Serious. Apparently, we have to do a whole rebuild. And because they've changed so many managers,
is there a specific
No,
position he's thinking?
everywhere.
They are not sure about Alphonso Davies if he will stay.
No,
It
he's staying.
seems
He's
like
staying.
it's his.
No, he's
I'm
staying.
even surprised by
He has signed a new contract.
I'm even surprised
It's
by
confirmed now.
But
He's staying.
now they are not sure about Kimmich.
It's not even Kimmich. That's not even.
What-
Because we
I
want
don't
him.
even get the midfield excuses. You have Palinia, you have Goretzka, you have
Two
Kimmich,
powerhouses.
obviously. You have Pavlovic. He's one of the best young midfielders in Europe.
Musiala.
You have Lima. I'm not going into the attacking part of the midfield. I'm still talking about, center midfield, box to box, and all of that stuff. You have Lima. You go into the attack. Okay, now we are throwing away Matisse Tel.
Well,
Madness, utter madness.
Yeah.
So now you have Musiala, and there is Sané, there is Gnabry. You still have Harry Kane. And I'm sure I'm missing.
a few other
We
people.
bought this kid from Olise.
Yes.
Yes, Olise.
I don't really get it.
Oh, that's him good.
And this man, so the defense, first of all, they've made terrible investments with the defense. Because 2 error-prone defenders.
Dyer.
2 starting back. It's not even Dyer. It's Kim and Upamecano. Error-prone. They will lose you a game in a twinkle of an eye. And you are using Alphonso Davies. And right back is where we have our issue.
Offense-minded.
So we've thrown away all of our right backs. So now we're using Kimmich. Obviously, he can play right back comfortably.
Not so they start.
No, he was actually a midfielder. But he can play right back. He played there for years. Last season he was playing there, same thing. He wants to be creative or whatever. He takes Lima. Is it Lima? Yes, Lima, who is left-footed. He plays him at right back. And you are using Olise as right midfielder or Sané. We are so predictable, meaning you have no width on the right-hand side. It's like England and the Euros.
Yeah.
Everyone is cutting in. I don't even know what you are
Among the
doing.
boys
Like, come on, you have Kimmich.
Yeah.
Like, and he sold Mazwari also.
Yeah, I mean,
So what are you trying
it's
to
a
do?
tricky thing still saying he wants to rebuild the squad with the amount
With
of
all
with
of
the
these
quality
players,
of
so
players
it's-
he's got.
Bayern are lucky. They
have
won't be
Celtic.
knocked out early.
Yes.
Well, hopefully.
Not necessarily.
Hopefully.
They don't have to be.
They'll go quarterfinals or something, or semifinals or something. But really, I don't get this company.
And it gets to a
experiment.
point that, like, if you go to, from Real Madrid experience, there are times we won't necessarily deserve to go through, but at quarterfinal stage, these are stages Bayern can
No, that
plug
is
us
not.
through
That is not
based on
happening with
experience.
Bayern now. It is not happening with Bayern. We lost last week to whom? 3-0 to Feyenoord or somebody.
Yeah.
One of those teams.
Yeah.
We're creating chances. So you'll see on the stat sheet all of these chances.
Do you think you'd lose
But
those
if you
games
look
if it was semi-final or quarterfinal?
We will, because if you look at the game, the chances we are creating, they are not sensible chances. If teams are clogging up, then you have to go wide. You have Harry Kane, come on. You have Thomas Muller on the bench.
I mean, enough on
You can as well go wide. Even if you are not going to play it over the top, you can cut it back because you have Musiala coming in. Or if you really want to use an inverting right back, you can then use a right-footed right midfielder. Pep does that with Doku and whatever. Okay. So then you have somebody providing width. That is just fundamental football knowledge. I don't even know. So since I'm a coach in another sport, sometimes I take it easy with coaches because you are not at the training ground. You don't know what they are trying to work on. But it makes no sense whatsoever.
But with you, Arsenal, you guys have, obviously you are in the round of 16 already. And you can face only 4 teams possible. Yes. Either Juve, PSV, Feyenoord, or Milan. Yeah. Who do you prefer?
Easy peasy.
Who do you prefer for Arsenal?
The Dutch teams.
Feyenoord.
Yeah. I'd like to.
Not Juve. Juve is pretty,
I wouldn't want.
bad.
I don't want to.
Juve is terrible.
Because of the way they play. That slow block, Juventus, and defensive type of sport.
Oh, you've not
I haven't been following. Yeah, and
yes.
I definitely do not want to meet Milan because they've got players that could definitely hurt us. Leao, Fernandez, Theo Hernandez. They've got Chukwueze.
The Italian league is really overrated.
No, but considering these players. They have the ability to step up. Look at what they did to Madrid.
When will Saka be back?
At the Bernabeu.
Madrid was bad then.
At the Bernabeu, regardless, they still have players that can
I
do
don't
that.
think that.
So personally,
those Milan
I prefer
teams can win a 2-legged tie against the top Spanish teams, against the top English teams, against the top German teams.
I can't bet for Barca.
I not even for Barca. I might be wrong, but I'd like to see. I'll just check Inter have a very good... they are way to the Champions League final also. So this is why I wanted to say this about this new format. So
Inter might face Real Madrid.
What this new format does, it gives the best teams opportunity to be there at the end.
To go deeper in the competition.
Unlike the previous format. Because the previous format, if you are on one side of the draw, there's a huge possibility that
you'll have.
There is a catch with what you said. You said it gives the best teams the opportunity to go deeper, like to face themselves maybe at the semis or finals, right?
Yeah.
But only if but best teams in this case are the top 8 teams. But we know the best teams are Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern. You get. Those teams are not in the top 8.
But based off of the season you guys are having, these teams you've mentioned are having so far, there's no guarantee that they'll make it into the latter stages of the
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the new Champions League format, like what Issa said, it makes the top 8 teams cannot face themselves until the semi stage, which is a good thing. But for example, Arsenal can face Real Madrid at quarterfinals because Real Madrid is not considered a good team yet.
Then you have the best 8 still.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Arsenal and Real Madrid, only Man City, one of them will go.
Exactly.
Listen, so I've just confirmed it. Inter went to the finals in 2023. In their group stage, they came second to Bayern. They got 10 points. Bayern got 18. And Barca was in the same group. Barca got 7. Round of 16, Porto. Quarterfinals, Benfica. Semi-finals, AC Milan. Wait. And listen to Man City's. They came first in a group having Dortmund and Sevilla.
They tell you.
So wait. And they met Leipzig, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid. You cannot compare having to play Bayern Munich and Real Madrid in back-to-back rounds to playing Benfica and AC Milan.
Look, I get what Joe was saying.
So that's it. And if you go back, so we've been having underdog versus, major teams finals over the years. Earlier in the Champions League, the finals were blockbusters.
So
they changed the format in a way when they started doing the quarterfinals and semi-finals together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then
everything changed
a bit.
So
people thought they were fixed. Yeah, because they wanted smaller team. Yeah. You can legit see the two sides of the bracket and know, this is the easier side of the bracket. Yeah. Because now you are saying, in one side of the bracket, you had Real Madrid, you had Bayern Munich, you had Man City. And if I do a deeper dive, you probably see other bigger teams on that side of the bracket than, Inter's side of the bracket.
Paris. I mean, any...
So PSG were also on that. So you see, now, if we look at the draw now, we are talking about this draw that we have today.
We'll get used to it.
Let me just open it and let's see. If you look at the draw now, you see that it is totally different. You won't be able to look at one side of the bracket and say, this is easy. Because legit, you are going to have Barcelona on one side, Liverpool on the other side. Yes. You are going to have Arsenal on one side, Inter on the other side. You already have Bayern on one side, AC Milan on the same side. Then the other side has Man City and Real Madrid.
There's a higher chance
and
for
Juventus, if you want to, and Paris. So it is already balanced. Okay. So there is a higher chance of having, blockbuster fixtures at the latter stages than Sam Foster, and Liverpool, Chelsea semi-final, Real Madrid, Barca. You want for us. Or it's Man United, Chelsea, or Liverpool. But when you get
big teams,
AC Milan, Liverpool, it's like that. When you get, and obviously you have once in a while, like that season when we had, it was Monaco, Porto, Deportivo La Coruña. No, Monaco, Porto, Deportivo La Coruña, and Real Madrid. That was the game when Monaco knocked out Real Madrid. And I think Deportivo knocked out something of the sort. Monaco knocked out Real Madrid.
Porto knocked out Deportivo. It was Mourinho winning season.
So Porto beat Man United in the quarterfinal. Funny game. First leg.
I can imagine.
It's one of the most craziest ties I've watched. First leg, Roy Keane, rush of blood to the head. There was a through pass. He was unable to catch a through pass. Then he stepped on the keeper. He basically walked on the keeper. That was Vitor Bayer. He got red carded. Second leg, the game was close as hell. Free kick, Benny McCarthy. I think in the later stages of the game, scored. Jose Mourinho ran the length of the pitch to celebrate with the player. And then would say, hey, Mourinho shake coat for Fagi. Because he was using his trench coat thing. It was an amazing time.
As a final point on the Champions League, as we move on to the next section, do you guys have any dark horse shouts for the competition this year? Personally, I think Atalanta will go far. I mean, we played them in the first game.
Far as in.
I think they can go as far as quarterfinals,
at best.
Even semi-finals.
No,
I can't.
There's a chance they face either Paris, Liverpool, or Barcelona.
Because I think they are they're very good.
Paris is good right now. Yes.
So Paris for dark horse.
Their coach, he knows what he wants. He's gotten the players that he needs for what he wants. So now they totally switch their focus. Instead of going for big, massive signings, rather they are going for younger players that fits into his system. And they are playing a selfless brand of football, which is what you can't think of one superstar. Everyone is chipping in
people,
as
same here.
They should.
But for dark horse, PSG.
But why I don't want to conclude on a dark horse, you can't really tell what is happening right now. Because, when it's group stage, you play one another twice, then you see clear patterns. This is how this team is approaching this game and all. But I think that's what makes this format great also. There is so much uncertainty. Liverpool obviously have been dominating, but you never can tell. So I usually tell people when it comes to knockout tournaments,
it's different.
You want to get your bad games earlier. Because you can play the best possible football, then one bad game, you are out.
Final margin.
And that's the thing with World Cups and Euros.
I don't know, right?
For me,
when the stakes are high.
For me, I would always prefer the easier option going forward. For my team, Real Madrid. As in, I would have preferred Celtic over Man City because he was
what I'm saying is, I'm not saying having tougher ties early.
Okay.
I'm saying having bad games.
Okay, yeah.
Liverpool are yet to have a bad game in Champions League.
Yeah.
Obviously, they lost the last game. They were playing kids.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
as
they basically
in,
played their second
they're not
team.
play fine at all.
Yeah.
It's you rather have your bad games early on.
Yeah, no,
my
that's
own
true.
dark horses would be Arsenal.
When
I'm not even joking because
that cost
they've
to
had
win it or to just go
to
far?
win Champions League.
Give me joy.
Because
Bruh.
listen.
Then they give me so much joy. Now, even Arsenal fans do not believe we'll win the Champions
So,
League this
Arsenal-
season because of
No,
the
let me tell
season
you.
we're having. But
that is
it
why.
makes
That
makes a lot of sense.
That is
no,
why.
the
But listen,
injuries,
listen.
the people they would face.
They will be there at the end. They will be there by February 21st.
They still won't win it.
No, listen.
I think we get
by
the
February
defensive
21st.
structure
By
for both
February,
in the
that's
competition.
it. So this is what people are missing.
I'll go back to knockout competitions. You
I'll
need
go
good
back
defense.
to. It's not just that. I'll go back to Sir Alex Ferguson.
Play all games.
Man
final.
United, they will tell you when they used to dominate the league, it was about winning the games that they did not play well.
And
Those
we've
were
been
the games where they
We've
did.
been doing that this season.
So that's my thing with
UCL is
Arsenal.
different,
But listen,
man.
my fear why I don't think you probably win. I don't think you'll win the league because you've not had a run of 4 or 5 games playing fluent football.
We
And to
haven't
win the
been
league-
we haven't been consistent.
Yes, to win the league, you need to do that. So at this time, I think it's too late. I think Liverpool will win the league. They'll run away with it. But when it comes to the Champions League, Arsenal they started off bad.
I mean, one loss, one draw.
And they figured it out. And I think they have, as you said, the defensive structure. If Arteta don't overthink it, to move
The thing
forward.
about
And
Champions
why
League.
why it's playing into their hands, their players will be coming back.
And their routes
the
is
right
pretty
period.
easier than the other routes.
Exactly.
To be honest.
In
But
the
what
right-
I'm saying
I know,
is,
because it will get Bayern eventually.
I mean, Bayern, Tico, Barca,
These are all
they won't
difficult.
face Liverpool. They won't have to face Liverpool.
I don't
until
think
the
Arsenal
final.
want to face Atletico Madrid.
We do not.
God help them.
But what I'm saying
Julian
is,
Alvarez
And
bro,
also,
this
you know,
man.
I said
God help una.
to bring us back.
don't
I
watch
said,
Atletico
I said I didn't
Madrid.
want
Extremely good.
I didn't want us.
Jesus.
I don't want us to face AC Milan because the guy the coach at AC Milan
so
right
to
now.
win it, you should
Paulo
not mind facing anybody.
No,
Champions League.
No, actually.
Basically, I believe a Champions League winner is a team that can, not necessarily will, but can beat anybody.
No.
Yes.
No.
Check the
No, you need to be.
No,
looking-
past years.
there is a concept of there is always one thing in
you need
sports.
to-
I'll
The past
explain.
years.
No, the matchups are very important.
Exactly.
Rock, paper, scissors. It's actually a thing in knockout sports. Some teams, you see the law of what's it? Is it transitive? Something, does not apply to football. Which says if I can beat Jonathan and Jonathan beats you,
That
then
means
I
you
can
can
beat
beat-
you.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So
I'm
that's
talking
the
about
point.
Arsenal
No.
should be able to
So
say they can beat everybody.
No,
knockout tournaments.
You can be
You
lucky
can
with football.
actually, yeah.
Okay, for example,
Chelsea with Tuchel.
For example, an example
Yeah,
would be
Chelsea with
even last
Tuchel.
year, where
That was it.
United
Man,
winning.
the chances.
United winning
Chelsea
the FA Cup.
with wait at the other guy,
Villas-Boas.
Di
Di
Matteo, because they sacked Villas-Boas,
Oh, yeah,
then
it
Di
was Di
Matteo.
Matteo. Another point is, I don't know, Saka is good. Like, for example, Man City had the Haaland, the KDB. Bayern, obviously, if you guys get it right, you have Kane.
Man City,
I feel like a Champions League winning team,
themselves.
right? Not necessarily to win it, but a Champions League winning team.
Need
you know,
match
like
winners.
how NBA would say a contender. So
No,
basically,
you need match
You need
winners.
those kinds of players.
They have one. That
We'll not get Arsenal Mavericks,
now,
but-
no.
Well,
actually,
on any
now,
game, you can
no, let me
have
explain.
that belief that
Arsenal
this person
have-
can carry the team.
They have person like that. They have someone like that. Rice. And I'm not. It is so clear at this point. Their past few games,
Will it be every
he's
game?
carrying
No,
the
Ende
team.
carry
He's-
the team, man.
So
The carrier Rice
that's
only
the
played
part.
last
That's the
couple of
part.
games.
That's the part of Rice.
Against EPL teams,
Big games when they were one man down.
UCL KO is different.
He has-
I'm talking
okay.
about games, for example. I can obviously this
Kami.
PSG obviously have that with Dembele right now with Bakura.
Bakura.
What's his name?
Dembele.
Yes.
The most unreliable
Not
footballer in
a
the history of
hat-trick,
football.
what they call. Real
Against
Madrid
Uda.
have like 4-5 of
Against
that,
Uda.
right?
Uda scored a hat-trick against.
Man City.
Man City.
He scored 2, not 2 hat-trick.
Fine.
Man City.
against
Destructive man.
Man City
City
a
man they pass inside.
You've not, so you don't watch
waiting right
Arsenal
now.
game like this BNT.
No,
You've not watched
really.
them a lot, and obviously you've not watched
What I'm saying
Declan
is-
Rice.
what I'm saying
I'm
is-
telling you this now.
UCL
You know
KO.
a movie that you've seen before, something that you know. In certain situations, this is what is going to happen. So he
you know
started
that
winning
now?
campaign.
No, it's not even a winning campaign. Rice started it against, I think it was a Division 2 or League 2 side. We are down by 1, FA Cup or League Cup. Then he came in. Small team.
Nice sweat.
You know, he not even sweat. Basically, he put the team line back. We're ready for score. Card for mid. It was Kiddy Mister or something.
You remember
Kiddy Card for middle. Tap the all. One man at the keeper with his left foot. He scored.
You think
at the end of the
like
game,
that
it
will
was
happen at Champions League KO quarter-final?
so let me explain what is happening now. That is where progression comes in. Now, because Arteta has realized he needs to give a bit more freedom to certain players, it is becoming obvious in the past 1.5 months. Anytime Arsenal are down, he picks up the team. He creates chances. Even the game where they do against Villa.
Man.
If you know what he able to do for that goal where they disallow, he
I feel like we
literally
need to see
did-
Arsenal on that because for the past 3 years,
He's
Arsenal has
going
been
to do
good,
it.
right?
He's going to-
No. He's going
Rice
to
is
do
one
it.
of those
What I'm
players,
saying
he's
is,
not-
will it lead to a win? What I'm saying is,
So-
we need to.
I agree. There comes in, for example, what he has been doing the past few games. If they had a clinical striker,
You see,
would have been totally
so you
different.
see, Rice might not be enough.
It would
So
have
like Bokuti,
no, but with knockout football, Kami,
you
it's
just need
usually
one chance.
tight. It's usually tight. And the thing with
And
Rice is,
Arsenal will keep games.
no, the thing with Rice,
Man,
no, the
look,
thing with
no,
Rice,
but
Kami,
listen.
Rice
basically,
will do it
when I
on
think
both
about-
ends of the field.
when I think
So
about
literally,
UCL,
it matters you how
this
they
might
happen
be a
Arsenal game.
one-end way of thinking because obviously I'm biased. It's my
No,
team.
you are thinking attack.
When I
Now,
think
that
of
you
UCL,
think.
if I say Arsenal na contender right now,
Yeah.
it means I believe on a final, on a semi-final, quarter-final, they can beat a team like Real Madrid
They
with
can,
those
they
stars.
can, they can.
And I cannot
They can,
say
they
that.
can.
Okay, until it happened.
No,
fine.
You know I say
Let's
they
do
can.
it,
You know I
wait.
say they can. I'm saying this again. Let's look at the whole of Europe. How many midfielders do you think? Okay, you've not watched Rice this, the past few months and stuff. At this point, the level he's playing, I don't see any midfielder that can do what he's doing on both sides.
Honestly,
Bellingham, Russia.
watch
On both sides,
Defensively
defensively and
and
offensively.
work rate,
I'm not talking about work rates. Kami.
everything.
He's playing basically number 6. When they use him as a number 6, he's cutting off, winning the ball, recycling, pushing forward, creating chances. Obviously,
good.
the set piece thing there, where
I feel like
Arsenal,
I feel like
they're
there's
getting
getting
it.
work.
I understand
I'm
what
not
you
talking
say.
about
No, I
Declan
understand
Rice.
what you-
You see where Rice-
Okay, wait,
I'm talking about how it will
Issa,
impact
He's
Arsenal.
carrying the
Wait,
ball
wait,
better
Ma-
than Jude.
Ma
He's
explain.
carrying the ball better than
I
Jude.
explain this here. I get the shout say we're dark horses and say Rice get the ability for up we level for make we go further into the competition. But we get the group around them. Right now, Odegaard need to play to the best. of
I mean,
ability.
if una go far, so with a league, so
now-
that is what
that's-
I'm explaining. Joe, with a league, I don't see
No,
you
so
guys
even the
winning
league at the top
No, you know
self-
why I don't see you guys winning the league? League, you need all of the other team there
Seen any
for.
for her.
No, he's right.
When it comes to
You just
competition,
need to
one
work
of
out
business.
once.
Yes. Una they win the next
You
round.
know even-
You are
know-
winning your
what?
next round.
You-
Then you
you
are
don't need
going to
for play great.
quarterfinals,
The
probably
momentum.
against a Bayern team that
we
is not waiting,
we fancy
or
ourselves-
AC Milan team
So
or
point
something.
is this waiting.
You win that, then you did semi-finals.
Europe.
You did semi-finals.
I fancy Arsenal against any other
Let's
team.
look at the door again. Let's look at the door.
Honestly, but
wait.
yeah,
Let's look at
more-
the
Hold
door.
on. Either Arsenal or Inter Milan would play Feyenoord, Milan, or Juventus. Or
Feyenoord,
PSG.
AC Milan,
For the sake of it,
Look,
right?
Juventus and PSV.
Okay,
and then
firstly,
for the sake of it,
Arsenal they beat
let's just
PSV,
give them like
Arsenal
the
they beat
hardest.
Juventus, Arsenal they beat AC Milan, then they beat Feyenoord.
I don't believe say that they beat AC
Don't
Milan.
if then they listen.
Nah,
The only thing
the
we go mess
coach.
up. You know
I
what
don't
will
think
mess
say they
them up?
pass the coach.
You know what will
Quarterfinal.
mess up Arsenal if they're on the left-hand side of the bracket, because you win, you are thinking of whoever wins.
City
Man
or-
City,
City or
Real
Madrid,
or
Atalanta.
Atletico Madrid.
No, they in the final, remember.
On
They
the,
didn't face
no,
one of-
Atletico Madrid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you know what you call
Because
Man
it's
City.
because no, if
They
Man
didn't
City,
face Man City until
Man
final.
City or Real Madrid. No.
No,
They're on this side.
because on this
They're on
side.
this side.
On this side, yes.
Yeah.
Because how the
Yeah,
body-
yeah, yeah.
So if Arsenal fall on this side,
yeah,
you are thinking of Man City or Real Madrid.
And that already not happen.
That is terrible for Arsenal. They
So you
need
see?
to come on the right-hand side. The right-hand side, Celtic ban, you meet or ban.
So now you
And even
basically-
against Real
fine.
Madrid, bruh. I'm
So
not
that is
joking,
exactly
even
what I'm
against
saying.
Man City.
No,
Men
I mean,
will not call them dark horse based on who side they fall.
If Arsenal meet
Men
up
be
Liverpool,
any.
may God sorry for them.
If Arsenal meets up
We'll see,
Madrid,
we'll
may
see,
God
we'll see.
sorry
Well,
for them.
well, as we
Who's getting defense on again?
with defense,
Yeah, defense.
we got the best defense
Against
you.
against Mbappe,
Yeah.
against Vini,
Yeah.
against you that can score whenever, against Rodrigo.
That
You
one
not
no
snap with
midfield.
defense,
Eh?
eh?
No, I don't stamp any defense against those guys.
I know. Right, that one no midfield.
Well, we'll-
That one at midfield.
Yeah.
Where I sweat.
Nobody not there for
For Valverde,
Who's Valverde?
Valverde,
Who's Valverde?
no,
Federico Valverde.
Valverde
We'll-
not so
we'll
nice.
continue this.
Valverde na go kick one fine kick, he can't foul Boko. It's
You- you watch Valverde?
Yes,
no,
I know
no,
what
no.
I'm saying.
In game total, like in game
No,
complete.
he's not. He's not as
And they
complete
do-
as Dex.
Probably not as well.
I
terms
don't
of
fully
ball
reach to
carrying-
that point of Dex is the best.
The thing is,
midfielder.
but you
Midfielder
can expect a
than the
goal from Valverde. Okay, you can expect a goal from at least 7 players in Real Madrid at any given time of the game.
Dex
At
will cover
least
all that
7.
ground here.
No. Dex.
Hey, Mate,
Nah, that's
you
not
waiting
correct.
for watch
More
with
in
Dex
the
play.
games.
Let me tell you waiting for watch with Dex play right now. We Arsenal need goal. Then enter the game there.
sweat.
We don't boom go forward.
And where we need goal.
No, when Mike say we don't boom go forward. He don't create chance. He don't play right left. He lob inside. Then Bolton do counter attack against Arsenal.
so
they
Who
run
say
back,
you
they
guys
go
say
cover
come on go
back.
win that ball? It's two things. So the thing with Dex, he does not do
And
rush
there's the
of
thing
blood
about
tackles.
experience.
He doesn't. So Dex not a most times I make Dex in numbers and okay stack up. Most times Dex is snuff out an attack without
Before it
putting in a tackle. He just knows
Spatial awareness.
that's the perfect time.
awareness.
He knows where to
All
be
done
at
there.
what time.
All of that gets thrown out of the window on a semi-final night at Santiago
He
Bernabeu.
not don't do an semi-final night,
okay, we'll
multiple
go see,
years.
we'll see, more
Multiple years.
Nah,
more
Champions
move
We
on.
do an Bay Arena.
More move on.
Okay, let me tell you.
Actually,
When
go
they
ask
talk about Spain, no, the last Spain starts to talk. Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan. Now the most scary
I've heard
stadium
about him.
na Europa
Look
League.
with him.
Na Sevilla stadium.
Yes.
Now the most scary stadium
will beat
na
Chelsea
Europa
there.
League. No. Una no na Champions League. Europa League, the most scary stadium na Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan.
The white.
No English team.
Na the white.
Not ever beats
No, English
na
teams are
Europa
bad
League.
at
No,
against
wait. Na
Spanish
Europa
teams.
League, wait.
Inside Europa League.
Wait, na Europa, wait, Adi
Because
come.
Champions League, they're not
Then
that's
came
something.
David Moyes, Backstreet Moyes, and Declan Rice. Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan. The stadium decided to put with fan there. It's all like you can't fall down. And man, one West Ham for lost in finger all.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Where is Vexed? World Cup winners and then at midfield.
Joe,
where
I'll
is
ask
Sweat?
you one question.
Yes.
When would we possibly meet? Let's say a quarter-final game against Real
Wherever,
Madrid, right?
if you can
Wait,
meet in the
wait,
Europa
wait for me.
semi-finals at
Wait for me.
Ramon
Wait
Sanchez-Pizjuan.
for me.
Wait
Yes.
for me. Let's say Champions League quarter-final against Real Madrid, right? 0-0, I'll give you that. Let's say 0-0 at the Emirates. Santiago
Inside
Bernabeu.
Bernabeu.
One corner.
Still,
You know what?
wait for me.
Okay, don't
One corner.
One
No, wait,
corner.
wait.
Still
Rice to
0-0,
game,
right?
Game done. One corner.
75
Me
minutes.
ask now, no
Rice
get
is in.
corner.
You still have the Mbappes. You still have, bro.
You know what?
It's even funny to-
you know what that situation is.
Wait.
I do.
Wait, my answer. You know what's that situation? You know why?
Why?
Because of how, you see how we play Man City, we then give you the red card.
Wait. What competition?
Hey, wait.
In the league.
It no matter.
It no matter.
You are going to
No,
play people.
mentality at the
That's
top.
what now they explain to you.
The mentality misses
Kami,
one
you
top.
know when
No,
that
no,
thing
no.
and they be really matter, they
When?
carry the game so now. One, when travel was somewhat of an issue. Two, when communication as in social media not be there, all man don't know all waiting they happen outside. The teams did not have, so let me take you to the backroom side. Teams did not have the sophistication to travel with their chefs, their nutritionists, their physical fitness trainers. Basically, they are traveling with their whole team to go away because money they now.
No, so then they all
No.
have
Now at the table waiting, man.
outside they start.
Away games, then 10 a day.
different.
You are talking about weather.
I'm not talking about away games. I'm talking about away game against Real
Now they tell
Madrid.
you na certain stadium.
You know what's that situation there?
Wait,
with
Kami.
Arsenal right now.
Arsenal, when last Arsenal
You know how
play
opportunity
a
in the
semi-final
Kami.
in that
It
stage.
was like playing Bayern Munich at the Olympic Stadium in Munich.
Hey.
Or it's like playing Juventus.
Anyways,
Every
at
Real
the-
Madrid
at the
players
Stadio del
in that
Albi.
team
All
get
of these
experience
things-
of that situation. Arsenal no get experience of that situation. That Dandy
No,
at the
they
top.
do.
They
They
don't
have
know-
players who have played in high tension.
go see-
Who guys said don't play World Cup
Stefano
semi-finals,
Maybe-
Euro finals, multiple
Yeah,
times.
same as
Saka
these
there.
players.
So
Guys,
fine, so they do have
they
it.
get more.
Arsenal, the best player, they don't play at that level. They.
Who?
Now they are the
Saka.
expensive. Saka don't play
Saka
World
don't
Cup
play final.
semi-finals,
He don't play
Euro
final, he
finals,
don't play
multiple
semi-finals.
times.
Saliba don't go final, he don't play semi-final. Jorginho don't go final, he don't go
Jorginho
final.
don't win there. They get
Havertz don't go there. Man,
That's
they
a
don't
Havertz.
play.
Havertz don't win
is
Champions League
different.
final.
Sam,
And you think Havertz able like get more experience than somebody who don't win? I'm
He
two
don't
ten,
get
three
more,
ten.
but he gets a, you are talking as if, so now this one I miss with Arsenal.
It's different.
When they talk
Hey,
like Arsenal inexperienced, they are not.
this team don't dey together
Relatively to
for...
Real Madrid.
No.
Yes, this team don't dey together
No.
3 years.
What they talk about experience,
They
you're
don't go
explaining.
do wetin.
Kami,
When I
you're
go through
saying,
more hardship,
no,
when I go through hardship, Madrid don't.
Kami, you are talking as if these are
go answer on low,
No, you are
face,
saying
but
it
I'm
as if all of these Arsenal players have never been in a high stakes match of that caliber. They've been there. Some of them have done it.
Not against Real Madrid.
What are they
You
talking
crash.
about?
Guys,
Man City then crash at them peak against
They're not
Real
crash.
Madrid.
Una go defensive, una get 2 lucky goals.
They crash.
Dominate the
More round up
game. You
from-
did, they did it.
from this.
That make when they meet up, una they whoop una steady.
2 years
So
ago.
go find. Yes.
Last year we'll be there.
Yes. But not talk like say una dominate the whole game. They not do
Then
that.
that thing
No.
okay. Oh, we no need Madrid no need for dominate.
No. So you say so now that they make
We know how to win a game.
So now una for
Arsenal
say
might not know how to
Arsenal
win
know
a
how
game.
not for lost a game.
Wait, see?
Arsenal know how not for lost a game.
They know how for lost games enough in
They
Champions
know
League.
Arsenal
not
they
have-
beat themselves.
Wait, see?
Arsenal they beat themselves.
They don't need for beat themselves. We they beat
You
them.
need for Bayern Munich they beat themselves.
We they beat
Man
them.
City they beat themselves.
We they beat them.
Now no, be they beat them because they able beat themselves.
Yeah.
Who
They
now they
don't
wait
for
for that
beat
one
themselves.
error,
Guys,
that one mistake.
maybe-
Arsenal they go now that
Then
day.
get for that error.
You
All
crazy.
team they make error.
You
Saliba, Vini. Who that's
But I hope
Ben
say-
White against Vini.
Did he
hope
get
say-
pace past Saliba?
I hope say...
Then they meet na center back in there.
I hope
Saliba
say we
gets
don't-
Mbappe for football.
Would have Saliba care about Mbappe?
Yes, na center back in there.
Yeah.
Then go body her. Saliba care.
Anyways.
Man say it's there for Apple Mbappe. Now guys he get for this.
No problem. Me out then go
Then
to
the
back
padlock
on
her.
this.
Now Vini, nine unstoppable now. See, anyway, logo.
I don't think I forget Ola for more move on from this for the past 5 minutes.
It no matter.
Our office.
But yeah?
We can end the episode.
Yes, but
Our
yeah.
office.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's the Champions League draw and the reaction to that. And for close up the episode, obviously we still there in the January transfer window and we see a Sierra Leonean get a big move this January in Jumaba to the City Group. I think say right now it the Lens. Lens.
Issa be.
Racing Club Lons.
Yes,
As
yes.
an official fan of Lons,
And
I need
that's,
to pronounce the name properly.
that's a great move.
Actually, they're making debut now. I don't even know if the game don't start.
Yeah, so I mean that's a great move for him, and obviously good for Salon football, and we happy for her.
Massive congrats to him.
Any other dealings that happen in the transfer window where
Arsenal, I saw your bid got rejected.
close?
time.
Arsenal they
Arsenal.
rejected.
The job
bid.
I made in series.
That name for na PLs. I feel na PL stunts.
Yeah, it
'cause
is.
What do you think about when I think say trends they come?
I mean,
Maria at the end of
no,
the
I know
season.
I'm good to. I still want somebody, but it's, some things are, really.
The game
crazy.
they on?
No,
Juma
it's
back.
not started. I go back to the thing. One of the biggest problems with Africa is evaluation, talent evaluation, and it's not just football, even in education, because we've been used to certain ways. We tend to misidentify talent. With sports, it's worse because the concept of sports science is generally missing here. Data analytics is also, centuries back and all, ages back. So, but it's so obvious if you have a young defender who is nimble on his feet, good with the ball, he's 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". Bruh.
Gold.
Exactly. You don't get that every day.
Yeah.
You are talking about profile-wise, Van Dijk or
Saliba.
Leo Ferdinand.
Saliba,
It's that Yapstam. That is what fast, quick also off the ball. So that's what you are thinking about. And if you talk to most people, they say, "Hey man, they be good passer." Yes, they're good passer, but that's a point. So you don't look at present ability when you are evaluating young players,
Foresight.
you look at ceiling. At the ceiling, it's like with I make American sports because they do drafts. You see more of this thing. You hit, you miss with some. But the good thing for him, probably he will not play for Man City because Man City had to replace Kuznetsov for long. That's why they had to sign him and sign him quick.
Yeah.
Plus also because obviously, what's the name of the team? Valladolid wanted to be crafty. So they gave him a junior contract instead of a senior contract so that they can pay him less and get the best out of him. Unfortunately, with the junior contract, you can actually buy it out.
And that's what happened.
So he bought out his contract, obviously. Man City
it was
provided
low,
the
but
money. Yeah, and the money was... No, he wanted a new contract, and they offered him pittance, basically. It's ridiculous. So he had to move. But the thing now, I think with his potential, if he continues to progress, and why France is good for him, the French league is very physical. It's probably the most physical top 5 league in Europe. Many people don't know that. People still think it's Italy, but it's actually France. The French league is physical. So if he gets, a good
Season.
4 months,
He
in
could
France,
get to move in the
that
summer.
will equip him for, English.
Not necessarily this.
So I think
summer.
next summer, because I think what's happening now, Man City are phasing out this set of defenders. You are talking about Ake, even Ruben Diaz, phasing them out.
We are having centre-back problems.
They bought, what's he called already? Kuznetsov or what's
That 18-year-old we play against.
Yeah. So you're probably thinking about him coming in as a 3rd or 4th centre-back eventually. Because Guardiola is playing on the wing. He's left,
Eventually,
left wing
he
back.
might.
So, yeah, or even if that's not the case, there was a time when Chelsea had this whole bunch of players that they had on loan. You had Mo Salah,
Even if he doesn't end up at Man
he'll
City,
be at the top level.
Yeah. So and that's a
He'll
win
probably
either
go to
way.
another English team, but Man City are being very coy with his contract because we don't know how long he signed for them. We don't know the full details of the contract.
115?
No, he'll probably be with
never
them
put some
for
past them.
pre-season.
Well,
He'll probably go on pre-season tour with them. Yeah.
That's great.
Good
Well,
for him.
And hopefully, we are this Bobo, Kabia, Jaju also good. So probably our centre-back pairing is
I
sorted
also
out
saw
for...
somebody signed his first professional contract at Southampton in Sierra Leone, and I don't know if that's
we'll get an Ishmael Kabia now.
Kabia, the
Arsenal.
Heaven and Liverpool. No, not to Heaven. Wait, now is what
Eden
name now
Heaven?
Liverpool.
No.
The Liverpool, but we get red card. We can inside the last game. Mara Nalo. Amara Nalo.
Nasalina.
Yeah. But he named Amara Nalo. Then we have a few here and there.
Yeah.
But, so it's just hopefully the FA continues to do what they are doing. And the good thing with having players like Jumaba is if you have players at the top playing for your national team, it's easy for them to... It's not just about even the scouts coming to play back, but it's easy for them to convince other people at the top to come. Trevor Chalobah is still uncapped, by the way. So you can imagine having... And I think we fixed up our holding midfielder thing, for African football with Thais. So you can imagine having either Thais and Trevor in front of, Juma and Kabia, or having Trevor playing centre-back. The future is bright.
Will they go
Hopefully
World
we'll
Cup?
get new coach quick. World Cup, not anytime soon.
Nations Cup at least. Anyways, guys, on that note, Issa, I'd like to thank you for another episode. Thank you to Kami, and to you, the listener. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to follow the socials on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. Thank you. Peace out.
Powered by Matchbox.
Yes, sir.